Hello, I'm Savannah and you're watching Savannah Alalia TV. This is where we create headspace for your happiness in your business, your life and the world. I like to call it feeling sparkling. And today's quick query is all about the biggest lies you're telling yourself. And welcome to today's quick query. Today's quick query comes from Denise and she writes, Savannah, I am a mother of two, a friend to everyone, and I work a full-time job. I used to think that it was just that I had a very full life and I used that as my excuse that one day things would calm down. But as the years go by, I realise something is not right. I'm always dealing with things from others or for others. I just can't seem to say no. Whatever I do, I never seem to gain any control in my life. Why is that? Is there something very basic that I'm missing? I feel so overwhelmed all of the time. I've ended up feeling that everyone else's things are more important than the things I have to do for myself, and life never seems to give me a break. I'd love some guidance on how to get on track with this. Thank you so much for your time. Denise, this is a great question. Thank you so much for writing in on this one. I think as women, this is something that we often can struggle with, thinking that everybody else's stuff is more important than our stuff and what we need to get done. I can put my hand up and say this is something I've definitely done in the past as well. And a huge high five to everything that you do as a mother, because that is no small task, and in fact a full-time job, especially as a mother of two. I really believe that mothers are unsung heroes. They are the quiet leaders that raise up the next generation in our society and play a key role in forming the minds and hearts of our future generation. So for me, having the opportunity to support you as a mother to lead yourself is something I'm super excited about, because I know this will pay it forward in more ways than can possibly be imagined right now. So thank you for this opportunity. Often mothers can feel they are in the role where everybody comes to them. They're the caregiver, they're the hub of the home. And so to actually reach out and ask for help can be one of the most challenging things to do, especially as the primary caregiver in the space. So let's get this quick query answered and get you back to your true role in your life, which is the heroine. Right now, Denise, you are between a rock and a hard place. You're finding it tough to get everything done, and at the same time, the idea of trying to fit in anything for yourself seems virtually impossible. And yet inwardly, there's something inside you screaming that is desperate, like you would be desperate for water in a desert, that's desperate for you to get your stuff handled, dealt with and done, because on some level you know how important it is to look after yourself. And there's a reason for that desperation. There is part of you that knows through and through. I like to call it a lady wisdom. You know that you're going to be a better mother, a more generous friend, and be able to really give in a way that fulfills you in the world. Denise, this is where we have to have a little bit of a sober up chat. You, like many caregivers before you, including me, have fallen into the trap of getting drunk on a lack of self-worth. If you wish to really lead your life and, of course, in turn, support your children to lead their own lives, there's a few things you need to consider. So here goes. The biggest lie that you're telling yourself, Denise, is that other people's stuff is more important than yours. Now, I noticed that cheeky little monkey in your email when I first read it. The one that says, you don't have enough time. I wonder if it's been joined by a few of its cheeky little monkey friends. If you give to yourself first, you're being selfish. Others will think you're indulgent because it's indulgent to look after yourself. A good person thinks of others first. Therefore, you're not a good person. You'll never get everything done if you give to yourself. Denise, I just want to crack this bubble open for you. None of these cheeky little monkeys are telling you the truth, like ever. That is why they are called cheeky monkeys. If you listen to them, they are going to bring more and more and more of their friends to come hang out in your brain. And soon you will have a whole horde of chattering crazy little monkeys going on that can be pretty tough to stop. You need to round these little chappies up and put them to good use. And this is where we get to step 1. Reframe your brain. Now I know, Denise, you want to get the reins on your life. And the biggest threat to you getting the reins on your life right now are what these cheeky monkeys are telling you, which is that you need to give to others before you can give to yourself. Giving is like breathing. If you want to be able to breathe out, you first have to breathe in. And it's exactly the same principle when you're giving to others. Have you first given to yourself in order for you to be able to breathe out? At this point, I just want to remind you of one thing. The only person that you have any control over, ever, is yourself. And whichever way those crazy monkeys try and trick you or tell you one thing or another, and they will try lots of tricks, believe me on that one, in the end, you have the choice as to what you get them to do. So let's turn these cheeky little monkeys into mindfulness monkeys. I think we women have a few more cheeky little monkeys than men. I think it's what gives us the ability to multitask so well. So let's turn these little chaps around for us, shall we? And so, my lovely Denise, now that you've started to sober up and think about loving yourself first, we can now take these cheeky little monkeys by the hand and lead them into mindfulness monkeys. How do we do that? That's step 2. Step 2 is about admitting that you are worth making time for. And it's today's tweetable. A nurtured me is a happy me, is a giving me. Basically, a nurtured you is a happy you, which means you can be more generous with the time that you give. Okay, so now that you know that you need to stay nurtured, to stay happy in order to be able to be more generous, how do you actually do the nurturing? I'm so pleased you asked. That's step 3. How to make time for yourself. So here's where we figure out what nurtures and nourishes you, mind, body and soul. I want you to grab a piece of paper or open up a note on your computer, and I'd like you to start to write down, what are 3 things for your body that make you feel nurtured? What are 3 things for your mind that make you feel nurtured? What are 3 things for your soul that make you feel nurtured? Now, this is going to be different for everybody. So you write down what's important for you. The 3 things for your body might include a daily shower, daily exercise, making sure that you're eating good, wholesome food, making sure you're getting enough sleep and drinking enough water. 3 things for your mind might include reading, discussing interesting topics with people, or meditating. 3 things for your soul might include meditating, journaling, or being in nature. Can you tell I'm a huge fan of meditating? Okay, so you've got your list. Let's move on to step 4, and this might be the most important step of all, Denise. Now that you have your list, I'd like you to schedule it with yourself in order to make it happen. So grab your calendar, open the app on your phone, wherever you diarise your life, go there. And I want you to seriously think about, how long do I need for each of these tasks? And don't let these cheeky little monkeys start to get involved in the conversation here. And I want you to literally make a date and time with yourself and book that in. I personally started getting up that little bit earlier every morning, and I know several mothers who swear by this. They get up just an extra half an hour or extra 40 minutes before the house starts and just do the thing that nurtures them the most. And then they are ready to go for the rest of the day, and they just feel like everything works and flows better when they make that time in the morning. In closing, Denise, I'd like to encourage you to remember to use the word no, especially whilst you're still on training wheels with taking care and nurturing and giving to yourself. So if somebody comes along and asks you, hey Denise, can you help me with this? I'd like you to just try exercising the word no, politely but firmly. Use that time then afterwards to just take a look in your diary and see, can I actually fit this in? Can I actually fit this in with all the other things that I need to do in my life? And also, will I be well nurtured enough if I put this into my diary? And if the answer is no, then the answer stays no. If the answer is, actually, yes, I could do that, then you can get back to them and say, hey, you know, when you asked me about that, I said no, but I've actually gone through this now and I see I've got time. I'd love to help you. That, Denise, is my rather long answer to your quick query. I just want to remind you that your relationship to yourself is a vital part of self-care and self-nurture. And if you avoid taking care of yourself, you can get pulled in any and all directions and out pop those cheeky monkeys again. Now it's over to our sparkling community. Have you ever had cheeky monkeys trying to get the reins on your life? And if so, what kinds of things would they say? What did you do when it happened to you? And how do you avoid them reappearing? Or what do you do when they reappear in order to get yourself back on track? Please share with us in the comments below. If you're watching this video anywhere else other than savannahalalia.com, come on over and get subscribed and you will have some sparkling habits straight to your inbox and a few other little fun things that I only share in writing. Remember, now is your time to shine. Do what you love and live your life on purpose. Keep sharing your flavour of awesome out into this world. You can light up the world in ways that you can't yet see. So let's go and illuminate this world together. Take care, talk soon, and thanks for watching. Cause that's a wrap. Yes, it is. My lights have gone. Where did the lights go? Flowers are good for the mind. Flowers are good for heart. Flowers are good for everything. Yeah, I love flowers a little bit. Can you tell?